Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Whitehead in at the small forward. And Grant, sitting at the midway point of the season now, as a player, does it feel that way? Or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer. Whether it's games of consequence that magnify things or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
And it's the Hawks to start out. Milton against Young. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Nice move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Butler surveying the floor. Fires from 14. Brooklyn pulls it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Won't win games in this league with an offensive night like that. They've got some things to figure out.
And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Atlanta. The mood around the team right now on cloud 9, looking for their 13th win in a row.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
Ball stolen. Down low. Here's Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez. We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, the fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Offensive rebound. Lets the three fly. Doesn't go for him. The Nets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Finney-Smith. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Whitehead. Butler covering. Whitehead can't get it to go.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at that rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And there's the lob. Ooh, basket interference. The Nets shooting just about 29% so far. Not great. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. We've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Rise and fire away. This is Clarkson's attitude as soon as he catches the rock.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. As we get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. Taking a look at Atlanta, they've been enjoying a truly spectacular run this season, sitting on top of the mountain in the first place spot. And of course, there's the Nets, pretty far behind right now.
Well, I think for Brooklyn, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you.
And it's Clarkson missing. The Hawks have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title on game.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
Cooper's checked in for Brooklyn. Whitehead can't get it to go.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Pass to Rayman. Wembanyama, screen on Milton. Rayman. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
And here's Butler outside. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
A guy you have to guard at range. Butler isn't a volume three-point shooter, but he can hit them when the mood strikes.
Outside, Finney-Smith. Claxton against Wembanyama. Finney-Smith passes to Milton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hawks lead by 4. Here's Rainman. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And he hammers it down right in the face of Nick Claxton.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Rainman, the pass to Wembanyama. Here's Rainman. He's got 5. And the 3 off target. Here's Whitehead. Outside Milton. Launches it. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Back-to-back threes. Making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Young inside. Covered by Milton. Young can't hit.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Whitehead. What a terrific move that is. Whitehead's got 7 points in the game.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Milton against Young. Looking to win the run. Brooklyn pulls it in. First chance of the season for them to go up against Atlanta. Pass to Whitehead. There's the 3. Hits the trifecta. 10 points for him.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The NBA's premier passing teams, the league leaders in assists. Number 1, Atlanta.
The beauty of this offense is that the ball never stops moving. If the shot isn't there, the next pass is made.
Here's Rayman, covered by Milton. The shot by Rayman, no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Out to the right wing.
Get there.
Here's Kemp, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability. Here's
Kemp. He's got 6. Pass to Whitehead. Drives to the hoop. The game now all tied up. Whitehead's got 15. Here's Daniels on the floor for Atlanta. They've got Jalen Johnson. Onyeka Kongwu is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Dyson Daniels, and it's Rain Man in at the 2. Fades and shoots. And no good, trying to use the glass. The Nets have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Stolen by Wembanyama. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Capella with a block.
Yeah, great timing on the denial by Capella. Able to get a piece of the ball on that one.
And the Hawks making a change here. Buffkin's checked in. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Rain Man. The fadeaway. Clowney pulls it in.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kemp. Pass to Cooper. Here's Kemp. Driving to the basket, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
But the defender had more size than him, but did not have more fight.
Stolen by Capella. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Rain Man in the last game against the Cavaliers just played phenomenal. He had 65 points and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? And he had a memorable game. These coaches and fans are still buzzing about it. Just incredible. What's he got for an encore? BA?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, BA. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Clowney, good.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Buffkin. Picked it out of midair. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. Here's Kemp. Capella with it.
I got yours.
Shoots over a Kongwu. Capella can't get it to go. And Wembanyama has the ball here for the Hawks. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Inside. Oh, it's Wemby!
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. For Brooklyn, Finney Smith comes in for Cooper, and Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Whitehead. Butler's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Buffkin. Pass to Kemp. Capella, screen on Young. To the paint. And it's Capella with the jam.
When they time that play right, Capella is a good man to have on the end of it. He's a strong finisher when he rolls off the screen.
Here's Rain Man. He's covered by Clarkson. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, Clarkson. Pass to Kemp, 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. He can't hit that time.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Here's Rain Man. Nails it from 3. Rain Man's got 10 points in the game.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Pass to Clarkson. Lets it go. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Deflected. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Capella with the jam.
A threat to hammer home the alley-oop. Capella, his timing on these plays is tremendous.
Here's Rain Man. 10 points for him. Pass to Johnson. Shoots. Brooklyn pulls it in. Now Finney-Smith. 5 points in the game. Here's Kemp, guarded by Young. Here's Kemp. The 3 is up. Clowney can't get it to go. Here's Rain Man. He's covered by Clarkson. On the take. Rain Man. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And he's going for the lob. Lays it in off the pretty lob. And now it's just a 2-point Nets lead.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked. Here's Kemp, guarded by Young. And here's Clarkson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. RJ, and in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many...
The ruling on the floor,
this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. First one falls.
And at this stage of his career, Clarkson really knows his role. A highly effective scorer who looks to decimate defenses.
Hawks trail by 4. Here's Rain Man. 10 points for him. Again, Atlanta. Now here's Milton. Clarkson for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Pass to Rain Man. Johnson a screen on Milton. Here's Rain Man. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Brooklyn has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. A nice shot by Milton.
a quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Now here's Young to the wing, right side. Fader on the way. Rain Man, that's good. Rain Man's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
Pure from three-point range. And the Nets lead by 5.
And great recognition by Clarkson. He finds the soft spot, stops, and pops.
Here's Rain Man. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Well, Brooklyn's shooting at a 48% clip from the floor.
That's a second, and I think they'll keep him in. But he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Atlanta making some changes here. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Okongwu, and Hunter subbed in for Johnson. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the half. Finney-Smith, a screen. Pass to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Off target from three-point range. Hawks trail by 5. Now Young. Here's Rain Man. He's got 14. Let's go with a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Risky strategy here. I mean, shifting their offense more to the outside. We'll see.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Here's Rain Man, covered by Milton. To the inside, here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Outside Milton, pass to Clarkson. No luck on that one. Good D by Wembanyama. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Butler with the jam.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground zero.
Clarkson passes to Claxton. Good D by Wembanyama.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Right side Young. Inside. Here's Rayman. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Atlanta on top, up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to the center court.
Big Diesel, any...
You know, right now for the Hawks, they're the top dog at the moment. You have to say they've earned it with their play on the court. Stellar performances.
And focusing back in on the Hawks, they're in a tight one.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside.
That's it for us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Whitehead in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
The all-around game of Butler. He's all about sharing the rock and getting his guys involved.
Nets trail by 3. Clarkson for 3. Clarkson missing again.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Rayman. Off target with the 3. And for the Nets, they're shooting about 41%. Finney-Smith with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Outside Finney-Smith. Pass to Milton. Shoots over Young. Jump shot is good that time. Milton's got 9. And Atlanta with possession here. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Here's Rayman. Drills it from deep. And the Hawks lead by 4.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. But at the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Here's Rainman. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Rainman's got 7 points here in the quarter. Clarkson outside. No good from outside.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Here's Rainman. And it's all from three-point range. Nets trail by 3. Over Young. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Wembanyama screen. Here's Rayman. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that. You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Pass to Whitehead. Denny Smith, a screen. Here's Whitehead. Butler covering. 5 to shoot. The shot. Whitehead can't get it to go.
Great defense. Can't let guys get open looks inside the arc.
Wembanyama, screen on Clarkson. Here's Rain Man. He's covered by Clarkson. From deep, Wembanyama. The rebound by the Nets. Clarkson outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Clarkson. Unloads from 13. Rain Man grabs the board.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Nets trail by 4. Left side, Milton. Pass to Whitehead. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
With the crossover.
And in terms of wings, Butler is one of the best passers. And that starts with Jimmy's team-first mindset.
The Nets have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Clarkson for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Clarkson's got 16 points.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Here's Rain Man. He's covered by Clarkson. Wembanyama, screen on Clarkson. To the paint. Wembanyama, pass to Rain Man. The kick out to Young. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Milton up top, guarded by Young. On the wing, Clarkson. Shots blocked. Here's Rain Man. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Here's Rain Man. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Rain Man. Off target from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Kicks it out to Clarkson. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Brooklyn. Finney-Smith's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Milton for the lead. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Here's Rain Man. He's covered by Clarkson. Milton with a steal. Here's Whitehead from the arc. He drops it from range. And now it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Brooklyn?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Milton surveys the floor. Claxton a screen on Young. Here's Milton. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries. Hawks trail by 4. Here's Rain Man. Clarkson grabs a miss. Clarkson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The Hawks shooting 40% since the break. Here's Rain Man. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Rain Man. From outside, off the mark.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to Milton. It's a one-on-one situation. Young with the bucket. Young's got 10 points.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And Atlanta making a change here. Daniels is checked in. Over the last month, these are the highest scoring teams in the NBA. The Hawks number 1.
This team has really found a great... Both
teams making some changes here. Wembanyama, screen on Clark. Here's Rain Man. Clark covers. Rain Man, the pass to Okongwu. Here's Rain Man. Clock at 6. No good. That would have tied it. Nets leading by 3.
His 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line. Stepping the line with 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. It's both from the stripe. There's 14 seconds left in the 3rd. Into the lane. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Lets it go from the wing. And we've just finished the 3rd quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Brooklyn out in front, leading by 3. And time to step away. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Then it's Trae Young. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Rain Man in at the shooting guard position.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Clark outside. Pass to Kemp. Screen by Capella. To the middle. And a slam dunk by Capella.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella. And he's got a lot of them.
Here's Rain Man. Capitalizes off the crossover. Rain Man's got 18 points now here in the 2nd half.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Capella. Over to the wing. Capella, screen on Young. Here's Kemp. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks trailing. Rain Man, the pass to Okongwu. Here's Rain Man. Clark covers. Johnson, a screen on Clark. To take the lead. Johnson with it. The 15-footer. And it's Atlanta scoring again. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
Good chance here for Clark. Great look, but off the mark. The Hawks have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's Rainman. Okongwu, the pass to Rainman. To the left side wing. Picked up by Okongwu. Throws it up high. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Here's Clark. Pass to Kemp. With the drive. And Okongwu with the block. And here's the fast break. The kick out to Johnson. Now Okongwu. Here's Rainman. Clark covers. Johnson a screen on Clark. Here's Rainman. They get it back. He goes up again. The shot by Johnson, no good. Brooklyn trailing. Clark outside. He shoots a 3. And they'll get another chance. 6 on the shot clock. Cooper passes to Clark. To end the drought. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. And the Nets lead by 1.
And Capella working to expand his game. Understanding bigs like him have to be able to shoot some.
Young from long range. Look at Young, making it look easy. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So the Nets making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Hunter's checked in for Johnson. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now, my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, the offensive end, more often than not, you'll find Capella at the rim.
Young, the pass to Rainman. Picked up by Okongwu. Here's Rainman. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why. His 4th personal foul. We'll see how the coaching staff handles this.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
First team foul. Substitutions. On the court.
Oh, it's stolen by Butler. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Pushing it up now. Over Finney Smith. Rainman controls the rebound and the putback. Now it's a 5-point Hawks lead. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks?
Great heads-up defensive play tonight,
Substitutions on the court.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Here's Rainman. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Rainman. Wembanyama up top. Pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rainman. And yes! Another basket!
And no one can stop him. It's another 40-point game, and he's had a bunch of them.
And with tonight's performance, he's now tied for 4th on the single-season 40-point game list. And it's Clarkson missing.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Hunter the screen. Here's Rainman. The three-pointer off the mark.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
They get it again. Here's Whitehead. connects from downtown. Whitehead's got 23.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Pass to Butler. Here's Rayman. Hunter, a screen on Clarkson. It's stolen by Clarkson. Hunter with the rebound.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Clarkson passes to Whitehead. Claxton, a screen on Butler. Here's Whitehead. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender. Yeah, they've given up so many second-chance points. It's really been the catalyst for this run.
Here's Rayman. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Whitehead. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Now it's a 5-point Brooklyn lead. Here's Rayman. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Down low. Here's Clarkson. Goes back up. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. This one belongs to Brooklyn. Boy,
we can get that one back next time.
We're back with another episode